So
We do have questions
Yeah.
from the live audience that attended here. I do have one question here, and it's actually very fitting. I have to do pitching and selling at the same time in order to get my concept developed. It is B2B application development that needs real-life data from potential customers. So, how do you combine pitching and selling?
Yeah. Okay, this is great. I have, maybe there's a slide here that can. All right. Here's what I see in response to this. I believe, because the scientists believe, every cognitive psychologist believes, clinical psychologist, Psychology 101, the human attention span is very limited, right? Some guys will say it's a minute long, but we give it more credit than that. The human attention span is definitely not longer than 20 minutes. So meetings, especially selling meetings, they can last 2 hours. I would take the first 20 minutes from the time you walk in the door and say, "Hail, fellow, well met." You have 20 minutes to pitch your concept. And after that, you may be selling for days or weeks or months. But to describe the value proposition, who you are, what your credibility is, what the upside for the customer is, what the downside protection is, what the critical assumptions are, the critical path to implementation, and what security the buyer or the investor will have. That's all got to be compressed into 20 minutes. So you give that, ultimately, that pitch on your product and your value proposition and yourself in that very compressed time period, and then you can relax and spend your time selling. But pitch the deal so it lands hard and is understood, and you have refined all these complex concepts into this 120-minute block of time where you have attention. Because at minute 21, entropy sets in, and I promise you, you do not have attention of the people in front of you at anything near the intensity or scope or scale that you had it in the first 20 minutes. So that's how I would, that's how I would answer the question. Pitch the deal hard and clean and simple and completely. Lock it down and then move into selling mode.